G'day legends, Mick here from Fin to Fin. Been a massive week in the fish room. No more travel for work, so I've been home every night after work, and I have been cleaning. Well, actually take that back, I've been making a mess. As you can see, the fish room is in disarray, but in a good way, because I have been emptying out tanks, then doing water changes on them. I've been emptying ponds outside. As you'll see, heaps of goldfish inside, so I've been emptying some ponds out there. I didn't even realise I had so many goldfish, but I bred a heap last year and I just left them in there, and they've actually grown up pretty decent, so I've separated them. There's more in there behind that filter. There's fancier ones up here. There's more in there. There's a couple down there. But as you can see, these tanks, I'll keep doing water changes on them and remove all the crap out of there still, but there's 3 there I emptied out. The rest of those guys, some swordtails and stuff, will go out in a pond. I've moved everything outside nearly. Started cleaning out these ones. These had heaps of bristle nose and that in them, but the bristle nose have all been moved into the other room in a 4-foot tank, and I've just piled them together. Quite frankly, I couldn't care less. I've still got a few to go up here. Started emptying out this tank. There's a couple of calico bristle nose in there somewhere, and there's heaps of shrimp in there. I'm slowly catching them out as well. Look at him go, nice red one. This one I haven't touched yet. This one I've started removing some of the stuff. I think I caught, there might be still some blue-eyed lemons in there. And this one here I have emptied the bristle nose, apart from there's a few guppies in there. So been working on this bank. As for where they've gone, out in my junk room, behind the mess, I've got this bad boy set up. So this 4-foot tank, and this here is full of all the bristle nose that I've been catching. I've been just throwing them all in here together, so who knows what they do, they breed, anything could happen. There's common longfins, there's some super reds, there's some super red longfins. I think there might be an albino or 2 in there, bits and pieces. So, and I'm going to do the blue-eyed lemons. I might drop them down into that one with peppermints maybe, so I've got some peppermints to move yet. So I've got the couple of 4-foot tanks that'll do all the bristle nose. So plenty still to move, because there's still quite a few bristle nose just randomly in tanks. I'll be sitting there. I did lose a couple of bristle nose in this tank. This is when I was moving, and a couple of dead ones, but and these tanks have got some blue-eyed lemons in them. There, a couple of young ones growing up. Just random bristle nose in quite a few tanks. This one here had little blue-eyed lemons in it as well. So I'll slowly catch all them. This one here's got peppermints in it. They'll be under that sponge filter because there's really nowhere for them to go in there. But yeah, so I've been sorting them out. As you can see, these bottom 4 tanks I've started doing. Nearly all empty, so the gravel all out, any hides, timber, all that stuff's going out. That one's just got to do keep doing water changes, because had a fair bit of timber in that one, so the tannins are pretty high. So I've done those 4. That one's obviously been done. Haven't touched them yet. These ones up here, I've started this one, so that would have been the 5th tank that I've started. Started doing this one as well. Started that one. I have done this one, so 7. I've done a couple down here, so 9 emptied out practically. And then over here, 10, 11 practically, 12 and 13, 14, 15, 16, so 16 tanks I've got all the gravel out of, and I'll do some more this weekend. I'm just chipping away at it and work out what the plan is. So because I'm moving into the shed, I'm not going to have the heater, not that it's on at this time of year anyway, because it's bloody warm in here, but obviously in winter with these types of fish, not sure. Oh, there's a bristle nose that I've missed. I'll come back and get him after. Look at this tank. Look at that. Oh, absolute disgusting. Might still be another 1 or 2 bristlenose in there. These tanks hadn't been done for so long. There's still a few super reds in there to get. 3 in there at least. You'd be surprised how many there is. And these were all my experimental swordtails. So these were those firecracker swordtails bred to a pineapple. And this was the result. So whether I'll grow them up and breed them back together. I think they actually had dropped a few fry in here. But they'll probably get eaten pretty quick. There's a couple of small ones in there that I don't think I had, so interesting. But anyway, don't really have time for that. These guys here will all go out in the ponds with the others. Just come and varieties of swordtails and bits and pieces, like some random guppies and antlers in there. Who knows? But they'll all go out. This one had grow up cichlids that I bred. Look at how dirty this tank is. Absolutely horrendous in there. This one's got the baby guppies that I threw in here. As you can see, the full red albinos. There's bloody more in there than you think, and there's still a heap of shrimp in there. I did have some more females in these lay bins. They haven't laid, so I might take them out. I probably don't need any more, to be honest. I don't even know why I'm breeding them. Don't even know if I'll keep them. Same as these guys. Not too fussed at this stage. I'll move into the shed's going to be a real sort everything out. I'm thinking I'm going to do lots of the Neocaridina shrimp, like the blues and reds and yellows. Got my little group of blues in there. Kind of breed a few, but they're never really orange eye blue tigers in here. Kind of probably a dozen or more. There is some yellows up there, but I do have another tank of yellows. There's reds in there, and they're low quality reds too. There's nothing exciting about them. And these are the Caridina crystal blacks in there, and they've always done well actually. They've bred a few times. Probably lose as many as I breed, I guess. I don't know. Crystal reds over here. I bred them once, and there was a heap that kind of got the numbers up to a dozen or so, but I don't really think they've ever bred since, so they're on borrowed time if they don't produce any more babies. There's about a dozen in there, and hard to see here because of my shit that I've piled up, but there is quite a few yellows in here. They hide in this stuff. They get quite difficult to see, but I have seen babies in there, so, but again, I probably lose what I breed. So the cycle kind of just covers itself. It's not really booming. Where the bloody Muttley shrimp that I throw in these tanks breed in unbelievable numbers. And when I say Muttley, there's some good ones in there. There's a wicked green one. There is some really good reds in here. And another bristlenose. But yeah, there's a few nice reds in this tank. And these are the ones that I caught out from the pond outside, so they're pretty hardy. Corydoras, but they're going to probably go, I reckon. Some barbs that a friend gave me and they were getting rid of them, so they're still surviving. Been removing the shrimp out of this tank. I don't know if there's too many left in there. There's a few that I can see, but not too bad. Still got some pistogramma down in that tank. I've still got only 2 blue rim mollies left. Still got some cribenzas, some paradise fish down there. Bits and pieces really, it's a bit messy. But anyway, I've had a good week, achieved a lot out here actually. It wouldn't look like it, looking at it. Room looks shit, but I can see what I've done. So as I work my way through, and then I'll eventually come back and clean my mess up. But I don't want to. The reason I'm doing this, obviously, because the fish room is going to move, but council still have not approved my shed, so that's pissing me off. The council here are a waste of space. So this is the tub I've been getting goldfish out of. Look how dirty it is, but that's only because I just had the net scooping it around in there before. I've put a heap of swordtails. There's Corydoras. bloody anything and everything in this tub. I might swim under there. Yeah, so there's plenty there. Bits and pieces. I put a heap of guppies out here. I think my koi guppies are in here. Golden kois. It's not. I didn't have many of them, but I can see two. Can't see any males. Oh, yep, there's again. Swim past now. There you go. Left them out there because I couldn't be bothered. I'll probably bring the paradise fish and sit them in there, and I might drop a pair of crevensis in there to try. As you can see, this is the tanks, tubs of weed growing. Plenty of that crap. Turtles in a lot of these tubs that I probably need to get rid of. This tub here, I will. Oh, breeding something really well in here. Look at it. Look at that. I don't know if you'll see it, but it's full of mozzies. Little fuckers. Oh my god, there's thousands in there. Shit. Alright, well I won't do that out today, so that'll be the end of them. Turtle in there, whatever. So yeah, that's it. The room is yeah, getting a bit of loving last week, and I'll continue that on now that I'm back home and sort this mess out. The plan is to get every tank back to pretty much like this, just clean and nothing in it, and I'll start from scratch. But I'm going to work my way through. I'm going to get rid of a heap of guppies, bits and pieces. I'm going to keep a couple of pairs of the crevensis that I've bred, but I don't think I really, they're nice, but I just can't be bothered. And I'm going to muck around with a few goldfish. When I set up I've got 14 bathtubs to set up for breeding goldfish, so I'll muck around with that. And we'll have a crack at growing fish like this that have been going alright in the pond, but separate them so they're not all in together, and might look at getting some better quality ones. But these are the ones we bred. I like them, actually got nice long tails and fins on them, they actually look quite good. But yeah, that's it. Lonely angelfish and snails, man. My god. Ridiculous couple of swordtails everywhere. They've just found their way into every tank possible. I don't know how they do it. Fish are cruising around, old pond fish, enjoying a bit of clean water. Not used to that. There's another bloody bristle nose in there, my god, they're everywhere. Anyway, just a quick update. Very productive week in the fish room. Very messy. And I'll make more mess yet. I'm good at making mess. Not so good at cleaning it up. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, legends. Hope everyone has a great weekend. And I'll see you on the next video. Cheers, legends.